here. I am here with Amy Hosp, and we have a special little video that we want to share with you today because we have written this book called Candy Chaos and the Santa Cure, and it is for Christmas. It is a Carnivore Christmas book for kids, and we wanted to have a conversation with Santa. Isn't that right, Amy?
Yes, we have called into Santa. He is still at the North Pole working very hard to get everyone's toys and presents ready. And so, Santa, are you ready for us to ask you some questions about how you became a carnivore?
Ho, ho, ho! Absolutely. I'm ready whenever you are. Ask away.
Great. Lynn, do you want to start with the first couple of questions?
Yeah. So, Santa, we wrote this book about you and your elves, and it is an amazing book. But we want to know, Santa, what inspired you to adopt a carnivore lifestyle?
Ho, ho, ho! Well, my dear, I found that all those sugary treats were slowing me down on Christmas Eve. So I switched to hearty meals like meat and eggs to keep me strong and energetic for all the toy delivery. It's been magical.
That makes a lot of sense because you have to work really hard to deliver all those presents to the kids all over the world.
Exactly. I need plenty of energy to visit every home and bring joy to all the children.
Thank you, Santa. Now, Amy has a question for you.
So, Santa, I heard that you told all of the elves that they needed to become carnivores and stop eating so many sugary sweets. So, how did the elves initially react when you suggested that they cut out sugary sweets?
Ho, ho, ho! At first, the elves were quite surprised and a bit hesitant. But once they saw how much better they felt, they were all on board.
Thank you, Santa. So, what changes did you notice the most in the elves' productivity after they switched to a carnivore diet?
Ho, ho, ho! They became much more energetic and focused, finishing their toy-making tasks faster than ever. They were happier and healthier too.
Cool. Thanks, Santa.
All right, Santa, this is Lynn again. I'm really curious. Did the reindeer have any concerns about the new diet changes for you and the elves?
Ho, ho, ho! The reindeer were quite supportive. They stick to their own special diet, but they were happy to see us all feeling more energetic and ready for the big night.
That's awesome. So, how do you think that reducing sugar has impacted the overall Christmas operation?
Ho, ho, ho! It's made a world of difference. Everyone is more productive and cheerful, and everything runs smoother, making Christmas even more magical.
That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Amy's going to ask you a couple questions now.
So, Santa, I also heard that the elves were very naughty and that they ate all kinds of sugary sweets stacked all the way to the sky. And if that's true, what kind of meals do they enjoy now that they're on a carnivore diet?
Ho, ho, ho! Now, the elves enjoy hearty meals like roast meats, eggs, and bacon. They love their protein-packed meals, and it's helped them stay strong and energetic.
Great. So, you have noticed the health benefits from the carnivore diet, like more energy and better focus. Do they seem to remember things better than they did before? Maybe when you tell them to make toy trucks and they make a train by mistake because they couldn't remember what you said?
Ho, ho, ho! Absolutely. The elves have become much more focused and remember details better now. They're crafting toys exactly as planned, with fewer mix-ups. It's made everything run more smoothly.
Oh, that's great. Lynn, do you have any more questions for Santa?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to know, Santa, how do you keep the Christmas spirit alive while maintaining a healthy lifestyle?
Ho, ho, ho! Now I balance joy and tradition with healthy habits. I focus on the joy of giving, spending time with loved ones, and ensuring I'm fit and ready for the big night. It's all about balance.
That sounds like a really good approach. So I know that over the course of history, the children have been getting fruit and nuts in their stockings, but that's not consistent with the carnivore diet. Are you planning on changing up what you put in their stockings? What kind of healthier options are you going to put in their stockings?
I'd fill the stockings with tasty carnivore treats like beef jerky, cheese crisps, and maybe some pepperoni sticks. Delicious and fun to enjoy.
Great. Thank you, Santa.
Excellent. And so, Santa, now that you're carnivore, I know that you're not going to eat those milk and cookies that the kids have been putting out for you. What would you like them to put out for you instead of milk and cookies?
Ho, ho, ho! A nice piece of cheese or some jerky would be wonderful. And perhaps a glass of water to keep me hydrated.
That sounds like a really great idea. I'm sure that'll give the kids a good idea of what they can leave out for you this year.
Ho, ho, ho! Absolutely. It's always lovely to see the children thinking of my well-being, and I'll appreciate their thoughtfulness on Christmas Eve.
Very good. Amy, do you have another question for Santa?
I do. Santa, how did Mrs. Claus like changing what she's cooking? Did she have a hard time cooking enough carnivore food for all of the elves and for you?
Ho, ho, ho! Mrs. Claus is a fantastic cook. She enjoyed the challenge and quickly adapted, creating delicious carnivore meals for everyone. It's been a delightful change.
That's awesome. We both have one more question for you. What would be the number one advice that you would leave for the children this year, Santa?
The best advice I'd give is to always be kind and take care of each other. That's the true spirit of Christmas.
That's great. What about something to do with their
I'm
carnivore diet? What advice would you give them?
I'd suggest they enjoy a variety of nutritious meats and stay active. Enjoying what you eat is key.
Nice. Thank you, Santa. Lynn, back to you.
Well, Santa, this has been a really helpful interview. And I wanted to ask you more of a personal question just to kind of wrap things up for me. So, you're thin now that you've been eating carnivore, and how has that impacted your health?
Ho, ho, ho! Made me feel lighter, more energetic, and ready to spread joy. It's been a wonderful change for my health.
So, is it really strange for children to see a thin Santa?
Ho, ho, ho! Might be a little surprising at first, but they soon see I'm still the same jolly Santa they know and love.
Okay, so now you can't do your ho 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 and have your belly wiggle like a bowl full of jelly anymore, but you're still Santa, right?
Ho, ho, ho! That's right. I'm still Santa, full of Christmas spirit and joy, just a bit healthier now.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Santa. We have had a good time interviewing you.
Yes, Santa, thank you for joining us. And I hope that everything gets ready for tomorrow night for your sleigh. And tell the elves that we all said hi and what a great job they've done adapting to the carnivore diet and how much we appreciate it because now we'll all get the right gifts from you because they're able to follow your instructions.
Ho, ho! May everyone have a magical time. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Oh
Awesome.
my goodness. Okay, so there we go. So we have just had a conversation with Santa from the North Pole. He took time away from his busy schedule because this is Christmas Eve. So we really appreciate that. And we really appreciate the fact that he is one of the stars of our Christmas book. So I know that it's kind of late in the year, but this Christmas book will be available also next year and the year after that for you to purchase for your kids, your grandkids, nieces and nephews, your friends' kids, or even yourself if you really want to read it. It's
Yeah,
available on Amazon.
it'll be available all year round. And I suggest some people do Christmas in July. It would be a great book for you if you're doing Christmas in July. I think kids will enjoy it any time of year.
Yes, I agree. Very colorful illustrations. And so Amy and I are both going to put the link for the book in the description of this video. And we want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.